The most requested change in Rainbow Six Mobile has finally been released in the game, and that is the removal of full body scans. We're going to be talking about what specifically changed about this and why it needed to happen, and we're also going to be covering some of the other changes that happened in this little update that they just dropped. If you're new here, subscribe for some more R6 Mobile content, and let's hop right into this video. So first off, for those of you that didn't know, getting scanned by a camera used to make it so opponents could see your full body through the walls, and it was probably the most complained about feature in the game. This could be abused really easily by well-hidden drones or Valkyrie cameras, and it made deaths from wallbangs or pre-fires a lot more common. In this new update, they removed the ability to get a full scan, and now it's replaced by this indicator when scanning an opponent. However, this feature is only being utilized in ranked, and in quick games you can still get the full scans. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of support this. Now obviously this feature is extremely broken for those who are grinding their way up the leaderboards in ranked and trying to see if they can reach the very top, but for those casual players who are new to the game and maybe don't have a lot of experience with mobile shooters, it's going to be a good feature to help make it a little bit easier for them. And let's be honest with you, when R6 Mobile does go global, I think that the large majority of the audience are going to be casual players just hopping into quick games, playing on the go, trying to get in a couple games. It's not going to be those sweaty people like how we have in this soft launch right now. So I do think that for casual games, it is a good feature to keep in just to help keep new players a bit more engaged and feel a bit more useful for the team as a support whenever they die. That's also why I am a supporter of the death drone as long as it stays in casual games, because again, if you are playing as a casual player and you die early on in the round, maybe to a spawn peak, or you just like try to get rush in and maybe you die or something, it still gives you something to do post death that makes you feel useful to the team. Instead of just having to sit there and spectate your teammates for like 2 minutes, it actually gives you something to do to stay engaged with the game. And I think that for a mobile game like this, if they're trying to drive engagement and keep people playing, adding these features in casual games is going to be something that's very important. So again, I am a supporter of features like this as long as they do remain in casual games. So I'm so glad that they finally removed the red pings, or I guess I should say full body scans in ranked, and I'm also glad that they're not going to be doing the death drones in ranked, that are keeping that just in casual. I hope it does stay like that in the future. As a quick side note, while the scans do not work anymore for the cameras, it does still apply if you run outside, and it also still applies if you're getting interrogated by a Caveira. Now, as far as runouts, I don't know how I feel about it. Like me personally, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, because usually if you're going for a run out play, it's probably, supposed to be a quick run outside, get a quick kill, and run back inside. You're not really going to be holding an angle outside or anything to where I think it'll make that much of a difference. So I don't think it'll have a big impact, but it would be nice if it got removed from running outside. Now, as for Cav, I do think that's going to be a bit more annoying, but also at the same time, in our higher level ranked lobbies, it is already hard enough for people to play Cav, and most people don't even play her, so I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact for ranked if you keep it for the runouts and for Cav. But again, they might change that in the future if enough people ask about it, because it does seem like it's going to be an easy fix. There's only one other change in this update that I'm actually going to cover in this video, and that's going to be the new feature where you get penalized for leaving ranked games. Now, basically what the punishment is if you leave a ranked game, you're going to lose a medal, and if you keep leaving consecutively, then you're going to start getting timer bans from queuing into ranked. And again, on paper, this is a really good feature that I think is needed for the game. I think that you shouldn't just like say, oh, I don't want to play anymore, and just leave and screw over your team. But the only problem that I have with this right now is that we don't have a way to reconnect to the game if your game crashes or if you get booted for high latency. And so I might need some of y'all in the comments to confirm if this still applies if you get booted for high ping. But I do think that it would be very bad if you got kicked out of the game for something that's out of your control, and in turn, the game just started to give you timer bans from continuing to play the game. Again, really good feature on paper, but I think that it should not have been actually implemented until we actually had a way to rejoin ranked games, because right now it doesn't make sense to have this. If you can't reconnect to the ranked game, you just automatically take the penalty. There were a lot of other changes that were made in this update. I'm not going to be going through all of them though. They will be in the patch notes, which are going to be in the description and in the pinned comments, so make sure you guys are checking that out. And of course, let me know down in the comments what you think about these two main changes that I talked about, as well as some of the other stuff that's going to be in the patch notes, because I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say. I love reading through your comments and responding to them, so let me know down in the comments how you feel about the removal of full body scans. That's going to be all for this video, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.